There already exists strong bipartisan support in Congress for extending the Pell Grant program to these shorter workforce training programs. The difficulty really comes down to the specifics of the legislation, and that's where the congressional debate currently focuses. And the primary debate is really all around the right balance between quality assurance and access. So everybody agrees that we only want to extend Pell Grant programs that will successfully place students in higher paying jobs. And so there are 5 different major approaches to quality assurance, 5 major quality assurance guardrails that are under active consideration. And the question is just how much to, which one of the 5 and which combination to what degree should be used. So clearly we're all interested in high quality. And the trade-off then there to think about is if you do too much in terms of quality requirements, might it decrease access in 4 possible ways. So 1, fewer programs may qualify. Of course, that's on purpose, and if they're low quality programs that can't make it, well, then that's the point. Might also decrease access in a second way, though, that fewer programs may apply. Some of these may be good programs, but if the administrative requirements are just too onerous, these programs are already often stretched thin for resources. They may say, we just don't have the wherewithal to comply with all of this, to go through the hoops that need to be jumped through. Third, it may decrease access because programs may accept fewer of the students who need it most. So if you think there might be a kind of a unintended consequence that if programs say, well, we're going to be held to account to make sure we place more people in higher paying jobs, as they're looking who to accept, they might say some of the groups that would benefit most, but might be the bigger risk, might be a harder lift to get them into those higher paying jobs, like, we don't want to accept them because our numbers might go off. And that might not be what we really want them to be doing. Finally, they say, it just might increase tuition and fees, all the administrative requirements of complying with these, so we should be careful about not overdoing it. So nobody thinks we shouldn't have any quality requirements. Everybody understands there would be such a thing as too many quality requirements. The question then is, where is the right balance between those two competing interests that we all have? So think about that as we review each of these 5 approaches to quality requirements, and think about whether you think they strike the right balance between quality and access. And we're going to ask you to consider each of them first in their own right, not making any assumptions about which of the other approaches might be in place, and then we'll ask you some more detailed questions that get at the combination.